Get out, you don't belong here! Ethan Caldwell's fist crashed into Henry Jackson's face. The 72-year-old veteran stumbled backward, coffee spilling across the floor, coins scattering from his pocket. Know your place, old man, Ethan spat, looming over him. Henry touched his stinging cheek, his American flag pin catching the diner's fluorescent light. The room fell silent. Phones were raised, recording every moment. It looked clear-cut, a racist bully targeting a frail, elderly black man. Henry appeared vulnerable, worn sweater, counting change, an easy mark. But appearances deceive. Beneath that sweater was a purple heart. In his phone, a contact, Michael, Director of Homeland Security. Sophia, the waitress, whispered to a co-worker, "That fool has no idea who he's messing with." Henry's hands didn't tremble as he pulled out his phone. Military training runs deep. Ethan Caldwell had just struck the father of one of America's most powerful men. Federal backup was a call away. Hit subscribe. This bully's about to learn what real power means. At 7:30 a.m., Harper's Diner buzzed with small-town energy in Willow Creek, population 3,121. Steam curled from coffee pots, the aroma of bacon and pancakes filling the air. Farmers debated crop yields in corner booths. Henry Jackson pushed through the glass door, same as every Tuesday for 3 years. Black coffee, rye toast, exact change from a weathered wallet. Sophia Martinez, the Latina waitress, greeted him with a smile. "Morning, Mr. Jackson. The usual?" "Yes, please, Sophia, thank you." She poured his coffee. Black, no sugar, no cream. Henry was a simple man, or so it seemed. Few noticed the details. His back-to-the-wall seat, scanning exits, the precise fold of his napkin, or the American Legion pin beside his flag pin, both polished and perfectly aligned. His phone buzzed. A text from his son. "Dad, big meeting today. Love you. Michael." Henry typed back slowly. "Proud of you, son. Stay safe." Across the diner, Ethan Caldwell scrolled through his phone in a booth, his construction uniform crisp, but his mood sour. He'd been a regular for 2 years, ever since new housing developments brought outsiders to Willow Creek. Ethan's eyes followed Henry with contempt, the old man's quiet dignity, his careful counting of coins, his polite nods to others. It grated on Ethan's nerves. "Don't know why they let just anyone in here," Ethan muttered loudly to his companion. Nearby, a teacher shifted uncomfortably. Mrs. Larson, the mayor's wife, frowned over her newspaper. No one spoke up. They rarely did. Sophia's jaw clenched as she refilled cups. She'd seen Ethan's behavior escalate over months, snide comments turning bolder, jokes growing sharper. She'd considered reporting him, but Ethan tipped well, and in a small-town diner, money often outweighed principle. Outside, college student Liam Parker set up his camera for a journalism project, aiming to capture authentic small-town life. Harper's Diner seemed perfect, timeless, honest. He adjusted his lens, unaware he'd soon record an incident that would reach the highest levels of government. The diner's security camera blinked above Henry's table, installed after recent thefts. Its footage would soon become critical evidence. Henry's phone buzzed again, a news alert about rural law enforcement funding. He read it, then deleted it without comment, a habit picked up from his son's world. Ethan grew restless as his companion left for work. With time to kill before his shift, his gaze locked on Henry, the old man who embodied everything Ethan resented about Willow Creek's changing face. By 7:45 a.m., the diner crowd thinned. Farmers headed to fields, office workers to the county seat. Only the regulars remained, along with Henry, whose peaceful morning was about to shatter. Sophia glanced at her phone, a text from her cousin Liam outside. "Getting great footage of small-town life. This place is gold." She waved through the window. Neither realized they were about to witness a viral moment. At 7:47 a.m., Liam's camera captured the diner's exterior. Inside, Ethan stood, his work boots loud on the linoleum. He crossed to Henry's table with deliberate steps, drawing every eye. "Morning," Henry said politely, as Ethan's shadow fell across his table. "You seem real comfortable here," Ethan said loudly, "too comfortable for someone who doesn't belong." The diner went quiet. Forks stilled. Sophia's hand hovered over her phone. "I'm sorry," Henry said, calm but firm. "This ain't your kind of place, old man. Makes decent folks uncomfortable." Mrs. Larson fidgeted. Fire Chief Morales tensed, unsure how to intervene. Henry, who'd faced worse than bullies in his time, kept his composure. "I'm just having coffee," he said, "not bothering anyone." "That's where you're wrong," Ethan leaned closer. "Your type bothers me, bothers a lot of good people." Outside, Liam's camera recorded every word. Inside, the security camera captured it all in high definition. Henry reached for his wallet to leave, but Ethan slammed his hand on the table. Coffee splashed, coins scattered. "Don't walk away when I'm talking to you." "Sir, please," Henry said. "I don't want trouble." "Trouble?" Ethan laughed coldly. "You are trouble, acting like you own this place." Sophia began recording on her phone. Chief Morales half stood. Henry rose slowly, his military bearing evident despite his age. Ethan stepped to block his path to the door. "You'll leave when I say so." At 7:52 a.m., Liam zoomed in, sensing a story. Ethan shoved Henry hard. Henry stumbled into the table, his hip hitting the edge. Coffee cups shattered like gunshots. "Hey!" Chief Morales shouted. "That's enough!" But Ethan was emboldened. "Mind your business, Morales, unless you want some too." Sophia's video stayed steady despite her shaking hands. "Stop it, Ethan. He's done nothing." "Shut up, Sophia, if you want to keep your job." Henry steadied himself. At 72, a shove could mean serious injury, but the humiliation stung worse. "Now apologize," Ethan demanded, "for making decent folks uncomfortable." "I'm sorry if I upset you," Henry said, "but I've done nothing wrong." "Wrong answer." Ethan's open hand cracked across Henry's cheek. The slap echoed like a whip. Henry's head snapped aside, his flag pin glinting. Blood trickled where Ethan's ring cut his skin. "Jesus Christ!" Morales moved forward. "Oh my God!" Mrs. Larson gasped. "You jerk!" Sophia shouted. Liam's camera zoomed in. Sophia's phone captured the angle perfectly. The security footage recorded it all. Henry's hand touched his cheek, but his posture shifted. Shoulders squared, chin up. Military training took over. "You just made a big mistake," Henry said quietly. Ethan laughed. "What are you gonna do, Grandpa?" Henry pulled out his phone and scrolled to his contacts. Michael, Director, Homeland Security. "Calling your mommy?" Ethan taunted. "I'm calling my son," Henry replied. The diner held its breath as the phone rang. A voice answered, clear and authoritative. "Dad, you okay?" Every camera caught it. Ethan's laughter died. "James, I'm fine, but there's been an incident," Henry said. "Dad, are you hurt? Where are you? I can have agents there in 20 minutes. The word agents hit Ethan like a brick. His face paled. "No, son," Henry said. "I'm not seriously injured, but you should know before this hits the news." "Who hurt you?" Michael's voice carried weight. Henry looked at Ethan. "A man named Ethan Caldwell assaulted me at Harper's Diner in Willow Creek. It's all recorded." Silence gripped the room. "Sir," Sophia said cautiously, "is that really your son?" Henry nodded. "Michael Jackson, Director of Homeland Security." Chief Morales groaned. "Ethan, do you realize what you've done?" Mrs. Larson gasped. "The Michael Jackson?" "Dad, I'm sending a protective detail," Michael said. "Our legal team will need witness statements." Ethan's mouth worked silently. Sophia's Instagram Live surged from 50 to 3,000 viewers. Comments flooded in. "Is that Homeland Security's dad?" "Ethan's done." Liam nearly dropped his camera. He'd filmed Small-Town Prejudice and stumbled into a federal case. Ethan slumped into a chair, sweating through his shirt. "This is a misunderstanding," he stammered. "No harm done, right, Mr. Jackson?" Henry fixed him with a steady gaze. "The harm was done when you judged me by my skin instead of my character." Liam uploaded his footage to YouTube, Racist Assault on Homeland Security Director's Father. It hit 50,000 views in an hour. Michael's voice cut through again. "Dad, this is a civil rights violation. Federal investigators will be involved." Sheriff Laura Bennett arrived at 8:12 a.m., her body camera rolling. She'd known Henry as a quiet regular, and Ethan as a troublemaker with ties to local developers. Reviewing Sophia's footage, her face tightened at Ethan's racist words and the brutal slap. "Ethan, I need a statement," she said. "Henry, are you pressing charges?" "I want this documented properly," Henry replied. "Let the law decide." News vans arrived. Liam's video hit 100,000 views. Willow Creek Diner trended regionally. Mayor Harrison called Sheriff Bennett. "Laura, can we keep this quiet? Tourism season's coming." "This is the Homeland Security Director's father," Bennett replied. "It's not staying quiet." Black SUVs rolled into town, standard protocol for a cabinet member's family. By 10 a.m., regional news reported, "Assault at Willow Creek Diner involves top official's father." Ethan's allies spun it as a misunderstanding, but the footage was undeniable. The town split. The Chartka Justice for Henry movement grew, with Sophia's followers jumping to 15,000. Veteran groups and civil rights organizations rallied. Meanwhile, local Facebook groups pushed back. Small-town values under attack. Outside agitators blowing it out of proportion. Ethan's lawyer issued a weak statement. "Mr. Caldwell regrets any misunderstanding. Mr. Jackson is a valued community member. No apology, no mention of the assault. It only fueled the fire." Henry spoke to a news station. "This isn't about my son's job. It's about how we treat each other as human beings." His dignity amplified the story's reach. By noon, federal investigators arrived, led by Agent Emily Torres. The footage triggered automatic hate crime protocols. Their findings revealed a chilling pattern. April 2024. An elderly Latino man falsely accused of theft at a local store, humiliated publicly. February 2024. A black family questioned at a community event. Police called for trespassing. October 2023. A Native American veteran harassed at a polling station. Emails, private social media groups, and financial records exposed a coordinated effort. Ethan had donated $5,000 to a business development fund tied to selective security measures in minority neighborhoods. 3 minority-owned businesses had closed in 18 months, their properties snapped up by developers. Ethan's deleted posts were recovered. "Old man acts like he owns the diner. Time to teach him respect. Community meeting tomorrow to handle the problem." Sheriff Bennett's negligence surfaced, over a dozen complaints ignored. Witnesses came forward. Bank teller Sarah Evans provided loan documents with Ethan's discriminatory language. Chief Morales admitted documenting incidents but failing to act. Mrs. Larson revealed Mayor Harrison had ignored harassment complaints to avoid political cost. The audit exposed misdirected federal funds, fabricated compliance records, and a network of exclusion across 7 nearby towns. Henry faced relentless harassment, death threats, vandalized property, racial slurs on his garage. Sophia's personal information was leaked online, her job threatened. Liam's email was hacked, his academic records exposed. Sheriff Bennett visited Henry privately. "Maybe drop the charges for the town's sake. This is hurting businesses." "Are you asking me to ignore a racist attack to protect property values?" Henry asked. "I'm asking you to think about consequences." "I am," Henry said. "That's why I'm not backing down." Mayor Harrison called Michael, suggesting a private resolution. Michael shut it down. "You're calling a felony assault a minor incident?" Ethan's legal team filed nuisance lawsuits against Sophia and Liam, aiming to bankrupt them. Henry's health faltered. High blood pressure, sleepless nights. At 2 a.m., he stared at his Purple Heart, doubting his fight. Michael arrived at 4 a.m. "Dad, bullies only stop when you stand up. If you back down, the next person has no protection." Henry's resolve returned, but evidence tampering began. The diner's security system failed, sheriff's files vanished. Federal agents assigned Henry a security detail, ending his privacy. On day 5, civil rights attorney Dr. Lisa Nguyen arrived with Marcus Reed, a black cybersecurity veteran. Marcus recovered a cloud backup of the diner's footage, untouched by sabotage. Sophia's phone case camera revealed Ethan's call to Mayor Harrison post-assault, "Control this narrative before it goes national." Phone records showed 47 calls between Ethan and Harrison. Private chats exposed plans to manage demographics for profit. Bank records confirmed selective lending to exclude minorities. The veteran network rallied. "We stand with Henry Jackson." Veterans for Henry trended. Dr. Nguyen built a legal team with federal prosecutors and military advocates. Sophia's Truth from Willow Creek Instagram Live drew 50,000 viewers. Liam's documentary evolved into Small Town, Big Fight, exposing systemic discrimination. Mrs. Larson's recordings of her husband's calls proved a conspiracy among officials and businesses. The harassment stopped as Marcus's veteran security team protected witnesses. At 7 p.m., Willow Creek Community Center overflowed with 600 people. National media lined the walls. Federal mediator Karen Brooks opened, "We're here to address Henry Jackson's assault and decide our response." Liam's footage played, Ethan's racist words, the shove, the slap, his conspiracy call. Dr. Nguyen presented the pattern, financial ties, emails, 12 incidents of exclusion. Sophia testified, "Silence enables cruelty. I won't stay quiet anymore." Chief Morales admitted his failure. "My silence let this escalate." Mrs. Larson exposed her husband. "Leadership means doing what's right, not what's convenient." Henry spoke. "I didn't serve my country to face hatred at home. This is about respect for all. I'll forgive Ethan, but forgiveness requires accountability." Dr. Nguyen revealed a damning email from Ethan. Phase 1 successful. Minority businesses closed. Keep pressure on remaining targets. The crowd erupted. Ethan's lawyer had no response. The vote was decisive, 347 for accountability, 89 against. Resolutions included Ethan's apology, resignation, restitution, and systemic reforms like independent oversight and inclusive development. Ethan faced federal charges, paying $2.3 million to victims. Mayor Harrison resigned. Sophia was elected mayor. Sheriff Bennett retired. Chief Morales took her place. 4 Unity Coalition members joined the council. Harper's Diner implemented diversity training. 3 minority businesses opened. A $500,000 community fund promoted inclusion. Henry resumed his Tuesday coffee, now free, treated as an elder statesman. Sophia balanced mayoral duties with waitressing, planning a diversity festival. Liam's documentary won awards, earning a scholarship. His series, Small Towns, Big Change, went national. The Marty's Willow Creek model inspired reforms in 47 communities. Congressional legislation followed. Total views hit 12.7 million, raising $847,000. Investigations launched in 23 states. 6 months later, Detective Rachel Holt called Henry about a new case. "We need someone who understands dignity under fire." "Some fights are worth fighting twice," Henry said. "When do you need me?"